And I might add, the Second Amendment from the day it was passed limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon. I wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government. You need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it.
We need to hold our chief executive accountable for these words. And our chief executive of this country would do well to understand what the Second Amendment is really about. It is about keeping an overzealous executive in check. It is about securing all of the other liberties in this Constitution. It is about the patriots who are willing to tell the government, we are in charge.
And I couldn't agree more, right, about how offensive what we heard from the President of the United States with respect to our Second Amendment protected rights, and then coming in and talking about the foolishness of our desire to have our Second Amendment rights protected when in fact we'd be up against F-15s and potential nuclear weapons. Imagine the absurdity of having the President of the United States say that. And meanwhile, I live in Austin, Texas, where currently crime rates are skyrocketing. Murder rates almost double. Why might that be? The President of the United States gave a speech allegedly about crime. Did he talk about the defunding of police? Did he talk about the $150 million stripped out of the budget in Austin, Texas? How about Oakland right now? Doubling down on their foolish defunding of the police. It wasn't enough to take $15 million out of it last time, and now seeing murder rates skyrocket, they're now doubling down for another $16 million. They think that's going to solve their problems. The genius of the current administration, my Democrats on the other side of the aisle, is to take police off the streets and then come after our Second Amendment rights. How about the border of Texas? The border of Texas is wide open with cartels operating fully from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up through Big Bend. They have operational control of our border. We have images of gunmen coming across the Rio Grande. We have humans being sold into sex trafficking and human trafficking. We have 7,500 pounds of fentanyl pouring across our border. Americans dying in this opioid epidemic. We have Americans in danger. And what do Democrats want to do? Take away our Second Amendment rights to defend ourselves as they defund police and empower cartels. That is your Democratic Party, ladies and gentlemen. They want you to be in danger. They want you to have to suffer the consequences of their rote incompetence and disbelief in your ability to take care of your own families and your own communities. The President of the United States actually said the other day that, in fact, that you're not allowed to have a cannon, he said. Well, you know what? In Texas, there was a moment when we had a cannon and we looked at the Mexicans and we said, come and take it in 1835. And that is what I say to the President of the United States. Come and take it, because it's our Second Amendment rights and we're going to defend ourselves. And when he asks why we need 20 rounds of ammo, maybe it's because he's saying that he wants to come after the American people with F-15s and nuclear weapons. I yield back.